Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Melissa Oti, and if you're new on this channel, you guys, please can you like this video first, subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that whenever I post new content on this channel, you'll be the very first to find out. Straight to your gadgets, straight to whatever you're using to watch me right now. So you guys, sometime last week I talked about Suella, braverman, who was the Home Secretary of the UK as at then. I mentioned to you guys that she made a statement that the student route is in desperate need of tightening, and one of her major motives is to tighten immigration. Liz Truss, who was the Prime Minister when she was the Home Secretary, wasn't entirely in support. Ms. Truss was preparing to increase immigration, boost economic growth in a move that will anger ministers and MPs. Like, one of her motives was to increase the number of workers that will come into the UK. Like, it's safe to say that Liz Truss was pro-immigration, but unfortunately, after 43 days of serving the UK as the Prime Minister, she resigned. So it's safe to say that when Liz Truss and Suella braverman were serving the UK under the same umbrella, they weren't in sync regarding immigration. Liz Truss wanted to increase immigration to fill job vacancies, but Suella braverman wanted to cut down on immigration. According to her, lots of immigrants who come into the UK under the student route don't tend to contribute meaningfully towards economic growth. Now, sometime last week, Suella braverman resigned after serving the UK for 42 days. We were rejoicing. I, for one, I was happy because I have people that are coming to the UK under the student route, and of course they got families. I was very excited. I came here, I shared the news. She had to resign because she breached the ministerial code by sending public information using a private email, and she had to resign. We're happy, we're rejoicing. Everybody was happy, and we're all looking forward to what the new secretary has in store for us. And then a few days ago, Rishi Sunak was appointed as the UK Prime Minister. He's of Indian origin, and Suella braverman happens to be of Indian origin as well. And now the news is that the new Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has reappointed Suella braverman as the Home Secretary. Like, I don't even know what to think of this news. Like, the moment I saw this update, something in me that, like, I was literally mute for a while. Like, God, like, why? Don't quote me, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but the fact that she is not totally in support of immigration, and even in her resignation letter, she was talking about it like this is one of the things that need to be put in check. Like, she's hell-bent on doing this. So now that she's back, it's safe to say that a lot of things will happen. She's definitely going to begin from where she stopped. But the Prime Minister said, in quotes, Suella made a mistake. She has said herself that she made a mistake. She has apologized for that mistake, and she stood out at the time. She has shown a willingness to take responsibility for what happened. But ultimately, the Prime Minister decided that he wants to see the agenda that she has to set out. Clearly, he is very much interested in the agenda that Suella braverman has to set out. What has under her sleeves, whatever her agenda is, he is very interested and is keen to know how she's going to achieve all of that. Now, Suella braverman holds a firm position on policy, especially around cutting new immigration. Like, that is our main motive, cutting new immigration, and our unwavering support for the Rwanda deportation scheme. People that come into the UK under the asylum umbrella, they are planning to deport them from the UK to Rwanda. Like, if you're seeking for asylum, yes, you have the UK passport, but you're not going to live in the UK, you're going to live in Rwanda. So in case you have that, in case that's your plan, then you may want to have everything, because Suella braverman, her two major motives: one is to cut down on immigration, and secondly, to ensure that the UK Rwanda scheme comes to life. So you can imagine. However, we can't conclude now because other ministers apparently are not in support of this move. Like someone said, Ms. Copper pointed to Mr. Sunak's speech outside 10 Downing Street after becoming Prime Minister, saying his government would have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level. Like, this was his main speech. Like, this was what he dwelled on doing his first speech as the Prime Minister, and now Ms. Copper is kind of using it against him. Now, she went further to say, yet he has just appointed Suella braverman to be the Home Secretary again, a week after she resigned for breaches of the ministerial code, security lapses, sending sensitive government information through unauthorized personal channels, and following weeks of non-stop public disagreements with other cabinet ministers, she added, "Our national security and public safety are too important for this kind of chaos. We don't just need a new cabinet, we need a general election and a fresh start with labor. So you guys, what do you think of this news, especially now that Rishi Sunak has reappointed Suella braverman as the home secretary, the same woman who is hell-bent on cutting down immigration to the UK, working on Tier 4 dependents, and working on the UK Rwanda scheme that's deporting people who seek asylum in the UK to the Rwanda. Like, you guys, what do you think of this update? See, I'm not even kidding right now. I am really scared. I am tense. Like I mentioned, I've got family members, I've got friends, I've got people that are looking at coming to the UK September next year under the student one. And I absolutely have no idea what she plans on doing, because I mean, you cannot literally give people Tier 4 visa and tell them not to come with their family. What are they supposed to do with their family? Like, who is going to look after them? Like, do you can't separate families. So you say that they are going to make it very difficult to get the Tier 4 visas, or make it difficult to get admission, or literally just stop Tier 4 immigrants from bringing their dependent. Like, what exactly do you think these people are going to come up with? Please share with me in the comment section. However, in all of this, some ministers are not in support of our reappointment. They are not in support of our reappointment. Some are in support, but majority of them are not in support. So let's see what goes on from now. But rest assured that whatever they come up with, whether they accept our reappointment or not, be right sure that I am going to let you guys know. Also, like I mentioned in my last video, most universities are not in support of our motion, because they know that the school fees they get from international students is a lot and it's very useful. So the universities, they actually know this and they're not in support. So fingers crossed, because I know that this is a civil society. One man cannot just come and make the rules and then that is it. You can't make laws and that is it. It has to go through a lot of people, a lot of re-amendments, like a lot of consent needs to be given before they put their final stamp on it. So let's pray that universities would say no, and then other ministers will say no. Obviously, there are other important things that we need to deal with other than immigration. Let's focus on them. So it just, at this point, I don't know if you're a Christian, I would say prayers. Prayers work. I believe in prayers. I don't know about you, so let's just keep praying. Let's keep being hopeful. Fingers crossed that everything turns out fine. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very sorry if this comes up as a bad news to you, but please, like I will always say, make it while the sun shines. People keep saying, oh, people are coming to the UK, Nigerians are coming to the UK, the UK is becoming filled up. Not at all. I mean, when I go to my town center, I see Indians, I see Asians, I see people from other nationals, I see other Africans, and then I see Nigerians, and yet the majority of people that I still see is white. So there is still space for you. So yes, there is still space for you. Don't give up. Whatever that is going on right now, try not to let it get to you or weigh you down or scatter your plans. Believe me, there is hope. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've watched to this point, thank you. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so that whenever I post new content on this channel, you'll be the very first to find out. Till I see you all in my next one, guys. Bye.